Welcome to Bulletproof Filter-Free Friday. Oh, the dogs like my singing. They're all excited. Come over here. Come on. Just stop being turds. Come here. Come on. Oh, you're so bad. Just stop. Okay. Somebody's gonna have to go. Somebody's excited because Uncle Eric is here. That's why we're excited. So please, I need you to stop. Okay. So welcome to Bulletproof Filter-Free Friday. It's always a professional.
Come here, let's get cookies.
A professional show for you. Top of the morning. Now you didn't get locked up because you were good. Do you want to come sit in your spot? Come on, come sit in your spot. Come on, up. Come on. Oh, they're so bad. Nobody listens to me. Hello, Megan. Hello, Ann. Hello, Christina. Hello, Jillian. Welcome to Bulletproof Filter-Free Friday. Gotta lock the puppies up because they're so bad. They tried to eat the elves. Lauren, last night she was on fire. The elves moved on top of Bessie. You have to scoot over. They're going to be super ticked if they don't get to see you.
I'm right here. Ooh, it's super warm. Your laundry was nice and toasty.
I just took it out.
Wow.
Yeah,
it's kind of nice. Maybe we should do that more often.
So the elves magically made their way on top of Bessie, the cow picture, last night. Velma was super perturbed. So she spent about 35 minutes jumping up and trying to grab at their little elf feet. And I had to watch, and I thought for sure when I went to bed,
gonna take the picture down?
I was going to hear a thunk, 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 thunk. And, it was going to be a disaster. Hello! And let's see, somebody's here with their little guy, Drake. Hello! Nobody listens to me, said by every mom most days. Yes, Jessica, nobody listens to me ever. So, this morning, hey, Christopher, I was going around the house and I said, does anybody have laundry? Audibly, all three children said, no.
Yeah,
I said, are you sure? Is there anything in your room? No. So I go walking in. Underwear, shorts, shirts, socks, just everything. And I was like, okay, awesome. Thanks so much.
Oh, thank you. I love my shirt too.
Yes. Wait. Part of your world. And
now she thinks Disney's singing.
Yeah, I know. Here's the problem. When your voice is so good that Alexa picks it up as the top 40, what are you going to do with your life, okay? You just got to live that life. You just got to sing that song is what I'm saying. I am so fabulous. It's so bad. I almost caught...
You're so deranged.
I'm not deranged.
You're deranged.
What are you talking about?
This is a hand towel in the kids' bathroom?
No, that's for the floor mat.
Oh, okay. I was like, this is really rough for a towel.
No. Then last night I said to them, because they had fudge pops for dessert, I said, did you guys start your popsicle sticks? Yeah. You sure? Yeah. This morning I go out there, there's fudge pop sticks stuck to the couch, directly to the fabric of the couch. So it's life. Hello. Shopping, Luna says.
Yay.
Joe wants to know how it feels to be so awesome. Pretty damn awesome.
Yeah,
okay, I just got to tell you, it's pretty damn awesome to be this awesome.
Good morning, Bev. Good morning. I hate towels. I hate that. My daughter had 8 towels.
The towels,
in her room.
you always find, when anybody says, no, there's no laundry left, first of all, that's just a bold-faced lie. Then you have to just go and start sniffing it out, because it's here somewhere.
Hide it.
Under the bed, shoved back into the dresser drawers, everywhere and anywhere.
My sister had a hiding spot in her room, and I don't know if it was just laziness or badness, but she actually stuffed the garbage in behind stuff, and at one point it started to smell because she threw out a milk carton.
Ooh,
yeah. So we pull back the furniture, and there's this hidey hole of, and we're like, were you saving this because you want it? And she's like, no, I just didn't want to get up. I was watching TV.
Well, that's what I found with the kids. Here's what they do. And okay, yes, there's another dog that lives in our neighborhood. You better call the cops. Thank you, Daph. Here, the IKEA bins that I have, I found they were using them as trash cans. So the top bin was full of Lunchable wrappers and Capri Suns and popsicle sticks, and I was like, you couldn't go to the trash? And they're like, well, what's the difference?
Speaking of other dogs in our neighborhood, last night I felt terrible because I giggled a little, and then I had to help this person.
What?
So we live in an older community.
Much older.
55
plus.
We're like 40 years the junior of most of the people that live here. So all of a sudden I'm in my yard last night. Trey's putting out Christmas lights on the 13th. So it's like, okay, whatever. All of a sudden this greyhound bolts past us.
Oh,
like,
yes. I know
bolts.
the lady with the
She
greyhound.
just bolts, right? So I'm like, I turn around and I see this woman sort of shambling down the street. And I'm like, are you okay?
Her.
Like, is it okay? And she's like, she doesn't understand cars. And
Oh.
it's like, oh no. So like we're chasing, it's this like 85-year-old woman chasing
Oh
a
yeah,
greyhound.
she's much older.
And she's not like a firm 85. It's like a wobbly 85.
She's much older. She needs assistance, and sometimes she walks both her dogs at the same time. And I'm like, Bev,
Is her
you gotta
name Bev?
calm down. No, I made that
I didn't
up.
know.
I feel terrible, but she looks like a Bev.
Well, I couldn't help it. I felt
But
so
she's much
bad.
older.
I felt so bad. And the dog is like greased lightning.
Yeah. Well, it's a greyhound.
It's a greyhound.
retired greyhound.
Oh my gosh.
And we just live in a much older community, and so you do have to watch. And then the other lady, the best is when this one lady rides her 3-row bike while walking
While
her
walking
dog.
the dog, yeah, I've seen
Well,
that.
the best part
No,
about
what
her.
about the fat dog that she puts in the thing and just totes around? I've seen that
That's the fat
too.
dog. Sometimes she'll let the fat dog walk. Other times the fat
The dog can't handle
goes
the
into
walk.
the basket.
He has to climb into the
So
basket.
he gets into the basket. But the best part of this is because she's riding her bike, she won't go in the grass, so she lets it crap right in the middle of the street. Craps, big fat dog craps in the middle of the street, and she doesn't like stop her bike to pick it up either. So she just keeps trucking on her 3-wheel, and it's like, you're not getting anywhere quickly. So everybody knows that it's your fat dog that's crapping in the middle of the street.
Okay,
So,
wait. So
what are you gonna
speaking
do?
of fat dog craps, so it's been cold, right?
Oh yeah.
So my dog, I only have my dog because the person who purchased him from some puppy mill somewhere, he wouldn't potty train in the snow in, I don't know, Missouri or somewhere. So he was adopted by a Florida family. See, I've adopted twice.
Yeah.
So
I've adopted twice.
twice.
I'm a great person.
So we go to the door this week and open the door to let the dog out. And my dog's like 15. He's super old.
Gizmo is so old.
So he looks at the cold, and he looks at me, and he looks at the cold, and he proceeds to just pee right there on the floor mat. Like, I'm not going out there.
Yeah,
it's nice and warm in this house.
I think I would too, though. I think I'd probably forcefully just say, you know what? Just gonna urinate here.
So it's like we were talking about the bank robbery. It's like, no, if I just go here, they'll leave me alone.
I mean, let's be honest. What are you gonna do at this point? You're just gonna clean his pee.
I did.
Because he's 15.
He's 15. I was just like, all right, man,
I don't
go
think
back to bed.
I don't think it matters. He's just old. Hello, Shelly. Oh, Chic Mama's here. Oh, it's not. They're in Canada, so.
Oh yeah, it's not Canada cold.
Peanut is in Canada, as I like to lovingly call her.
It's not Canada cold.
It's a brisk 70.
Well, this week though it got chilly.
It was very cold.
In the
40.
morning, it was in the 40s.
It was Elizabeth's like, you don't know cold. It's 17. No, we don't.
Yeah,
but
we don't.
To us, you have to understand.
This is very cold.
It's all relative.
It's
is
relative.
that the right way to say it?
Yeah, it's relative.
It's all relative. Oh, BT Dub. I'm channeling Star
I want my
Wars.
undies to say "Wow Wednesday."
Wow Wednesday.
I want
thing.
my undies to announce that, like, wow, I'm excited about the day.
You'd wear them too.
Oh, in a
He's
heartbeat.
not even kidding.
I'm not even kidding.
So here's the thing. What was I saying?
I don't know. I interrupt a lot.
What was this one? Tunes Tuesday. Tunes Tuesday.
See,
it's
if
freezing.
undies
That's
had-
what Peanut's
it's
saying.
freezing.
So yeah, but it was like 40. It was very cold yesterday and the day before. Fracking. Peanut says it's fracking cold. Yes, it is. Definitely snow in Toronto, Laura. Yes. Yeah. Jen hates us all.
These
She's
people
in
are in
Syracuse.
super cold places.
Yes. 5 degrees
I don't understand
Celsius.
Celsius.
Well, it's fake.
Well, no, I think
they don't
0.
know.
I know 0 is freezing
For them.
For them.
32.
Plus 32.
Oh,
Shut
don't tell me
up.
the formula. The
I
BM
know,
just
he
shouted
just comes
the
out,
formula.
would you like the formula for Celsius? No, we don't. Go back to your hole, your cave.
I don't know the formula.
I'm channeling
Texas
Star Wars.
does have bipolar
You did it
weather.
again.
What?
I'm trying to tell
'Cause
a
you're
story.
buns.
I'm Princess Leia, just mini Leia, because I didn't have nearly as much hair.
And aren't they more on the sides?
Whatever, it was
They're
a
sort
try.
of like almost earmuffs.
My
just a little
boys
higher.
were asking if we would take them to the midnight showing or
Oh,
whatever.
it's starting.
And I was like, no. And they were like, why? I was like, it's very late. I can't stay up that
Well,
late.
and can you imagine the lunatics that are at that?
No,
So
no.
if you're going to the midnight,
I couldn't, but I said maybe.
It'll be the people in the Jedi cloaks.
I said maybe Sunday. Jillian's like, I don't understand the Celsius either. It's really real. I was just kidding.
I understand that 0 means frozen. Because that actually makes more sense than the way we do it.
Right, but 32 is freezing.
Do you know we're like the only place in the world too that does like inches and whatever. They all do
Everything
like
is
meters.
metric.
They do metric.
Yeah. Well, we
just have to be difficult.
We have to
in
be
all
different.
things. We have to be difficult. And you kind of just
What?
swap it.
Stop it. My folding style is a delight.
Well, what I do love, though, it's much harder. I will say this. It's harder at this house because there are more people.
Well, there's 5 of us.
Yeah. So you have to, like, keep orderly piles.
Well, I have a nice big stack
Okay,
in
but
there.
the problem, and they've all seen it before, so we don't need to show them.
Whatever,
But it makes it into the hamper. But I have countless time watched your entire family dress in the living room at the hamper of clean clothing.
Okay, but why would I put it away if they're just going to come here and pull it out anyway?
Well, but then I've also seen where the dog knocks it over or my kid pulls it on
Your
the floor.
kid is bad. He pulls my laundry over.
He's a delight.
It's obviously because he's 14 months old. It's his fault. He should know better. It's not like I'm going to put my laundry away.
I'm not raising him right.
No, he is very sweet. And
no, someone in Pennsylvania, I missed the name. All their kids have the flu, even the 11-month-old. That sucks.
Stop! I'm so sorry. We were just talking about how, you've kind of felt this,
Charge.
but not full effect yet. And I'm waiting for it. And I don't even, you know what? I can't even say it out loud.
They say bulletproof.
Bulletproof, filter-free Friday. Click the link for 10% off. And you can also try cold coffee. I got some in my fridge. I don't want to say it, but I'm going to say it, but I don't want to say it.
Just say it. Like you don't say things that are just
here's
way
the
off
thing.
color.
Parenting, a lot of times, you can be very superstitious.
Like I can be?
No, parents in general.
Just parents in general.
And I don't know if you've reached that stage yet, but you kind of have, because I've noticed you do it with some things where you're like, the baby's napping. We all just be very quiet. I'll never wake up. And it's like, you could probably talk like a normal person. It'll probably be fine. He probably doesn't hear you. But I think we think in our heads, if we just do everything this way, he'll be really good and really quiet. You know how we do
have
stuff
no illusions.
Like this?
I have no illusions about him behaving.
No. I don't mean about that. I just mean in general. Like, it could be anything. It could be about him behaving, or about him not getting sick, or about him.
I will tell you,
XYZ.
I live in death fear of 2 things: of the baby waking up once he's been put down for a nap. I live in death fear of that.
Yeah.
And then
So
sickness. Because now I get it. When people used to tell me, like, oh, the sickness went through my whole house. Like, it was like, yeah, whatever. But, like, I get it now. If one of you gets sick, all of you get sick.
Right. So I think what we do as parents, a lot of times we just don't like to, like, say things out loud, because then we worry that it'll come true. Or it will be here. Or it's like that whole thing, like I said to the kids, like, I don't remember who it was. Matthias, I think. I said, you can't watch this. It's too scary. I can watch it. You can't watch it. It's too scary. I can watch it.
It almost made it scary by telling me it was
scary. And so I was like, just whatever. It's fine. Just go ahead and watch it. 3 a.m. in my bed. It was too scary. It's like, you can't even say this stuff out loud. Had I probably not said anything or done anything, he wouldn't have thought it was scary. But I, like, planted the seed, you know? And we do that as parents.
Sorry, I'm listening to you and listening to them at the same time. What is snow ice cream?
They've been talking about this. They claim that they go outside and they take snow and they turn it into ice cream and they eat it. And they said it's a delight.
You got to get the white snow. I know that.
Right. Well, they know that you don't want the brown and the yellow snow. But yes. That's when sickness comes, Eric just runs to a hotel, Andrea said. He doesn't have shame.
I had a high fever and a young baby. I was not thinking logically. It worked out.
Seriously. And everybody has been sending me. Do you know how many times I've been sent that man flu article? I have been sent that man flu article hundreds of times.
I have
at this
no
point.
illusions that I'm not a wimp. I'm a wimp.
100 times I've gotten this article already, and a lot of men have just been like, look, scientific proof. And it's like, no, one dude in Canada, sorry Canada, you guys know I'm a fan. One dude in Canada was like, for sure, eh? Men have the flu worse, eh? No, they don't, eh? They really don't. I don't want to hear it.
For sure, eh?
Yeah, I don't want to hear it. It's just a snow
Yeah,
cone.
it sounds like a snow cone.
That's what somebody said.
Which my husband loves a snow cone. Mm. Trey
he
is
would. He
a
likes
snow cone
all of
fan.
the weird candy
all
and
the
all
weird,
of
like,
the gross.
Spree and
I don't know. I like a good spree.
Bleh.
I could eat sprees every
Or
now
what
and
were
again.
those little things that you unwrap in the cellophane? It's just like buttons of sugar.
Yeah.
Smarties.
I like those too. Never mind. Maybe his candy
Maybe you
tastes...
and Trey like the same
Yeah.
gross candy.
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah. Oh, thank you, Anne. Yeah, it was on the Today. After it went on the Today Show, it was like this weird tear of people sending me information about the man flu and about how I was just this awful woman who obviously wasn't taking care of her husband because he was sick and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, listen.
You're a terrible person.
Whatever. I don't really care. He had the cold first. When I made this video last year, he had the cold first, gave it to me, and then continued to sleep in the fetal position while I ran all of the household chores.
I do find it interesting that, like, whoever's sick, you come out here.
Mm-hmm. But I come out here if there's an argument, too.
I am not the lever.
I leave every. Here's
holding
the thing.
my ground.
Here's the thing. I don't care about your ground. I don't
want
give
to share air with you.
Well, here's the thing. If you want to throw a fit, if we're having a fight and he wants to claim bedroom status, and I'm not going anywhere. Cool. Peace out. I go right here to this couch. You know what I can do on this couch? Go to sleep. In there, I can't sleep. He's huffing and pissing around and wants to have another fight. I don't have another fight. I want to go to bed. Have your fight. Have your fit. Have your man flu. Have whatever you want in that room. I can sleep right here. It's awesome.
Look, it's whatever works, right?
I don't care. They're telling you can mix this milk with
if
cream
you mix
and
it
sugar.
with milk, then it is like
Yeah.
ice cream, right? I mean, I guess you must have to stir very quickly. That's KitchenAid.
Yeah.
We gotta make ice cream again.
Yeah. We do like to make homemade ice cream. So everybody in your house has strep. See, that's not good. Renee says, I kick him out. So you and Renee are in the same vein.
I'm not the lever.
I'm
not
care.
the lever.
I'll
Hashtag not
leave.
the lever.
Peace out. Don't care. I don't want to.
I have to be super mad to leave.
But here's the thing. I really don't. I'll leave. I'll go. I just like it's. If you want to have a fit, have your fit. That's not my business for you to have your fit. Have your fit.
Her husband needs a bendy straw when he's sick.
That's awesome.
That's fantastic. I need to ask for that next time. I need a bendy straw.
Somebody messaged me.
I'm not going to make it to the cup.
Somebody messaged me and they were like, look, I just have to rant. I apologize in advance. And it was just this full page of just like, my husband's currently sick. He's playing video games. Every 5 minutes he calls me over and he's like, look, honey, I beat the level. She's like, yeah, I want to beat you with my shoe. And just kept talking about how her husband was just, and I was like, we've all been there. She's like, do you really think all men all over the globe are like this? I'm like, I do. I really do. I really believe that it's a mandemic. A mandemic of pandemic proportions. The man flu. Yeah. Debbie says, my husband is a couch sleeper. It's a beautiful thing. I just don't care. I don't know. I guess I used to be that way, and then I finally was just like, what's the fastest way for me to get to bed?
You know what I think, though, is for you is a difference, too, is the BM. We all know about the BM sleep apnea. It is much quieter, probably, out here than it is in there.
Yeah, his machine doesn't necessarily make a ton of noise, but it blows air. It's a very weird thing. So sometimes in the middle of the night, because here's the other thing.
I wonder if you're getting, like, trained now to sleep with that sound. That, like, if you didn't need it anymore, you'd still want to run a machine that was just like...
Well, but here's the thing, too, and we've talked about this time and again, and I don't know, might be due to the fact that I'm an emotionally stunted person, but when
I feel like we come back to that a lot.
Well, I think it's the root of a lot of the issues here, but, like, when we lay down, like, this is my side, this is his side, we go to sleep, and it's an automatic turn.
You turn
My
away?
back,
You turn
his
away?
back.
You lay
We
like
go
this?
back to
you
back.
You sleep like this?
Like this.
How have I never noticed this?
Then-
We've been in hotel rooms
Then
with
what
two queens.
happens, we have been in with two queens. Then what happens is sometimes in the middle of the night, I'll turn and he'll turn, and then the machine
it
blows into
your
my
face.
eyes.
You've told me this before.
And so all of a sudden I'll wake up to this, and he's literally blowing air in my eye holes, and then I have to flip again. But we don't touch when we sleep. There's no cuddle. There's no arm. There's no nothing.
I'm a cuddler.
Neither of us wants to be touched.
I want to tangle like everything up. My legs, my arms, whatever.
Makes me want to vomit. I don't want to tangle
and then
nothing.
Trey tells me he just waits until he knows I'm totally unconscious, and he says,
pushes.
And he describes it. He goes, "I slough you off.
Yeah.
I slough you off."
I can't handle it. He doesn't like it either. Look, Peanut's like, we sleep like that too.
Yeah, look, everyone's saying they do that.
I think it's just
I like
a thing.
the body heat. I want to be warm.
Which is why I like the dog sleeping in the bed, because she radiates heat onto me.
That's so weird. You would rather get body heat from your dog than your husband?
Maybe a little. And it has nothing to do with him. I love him.
Her breath is better too.
Oh no, that's not true. Her breath is worse. But yeah, he's the same way. He doesn't want me touching him either. It's very weird. But I definitely don't want him breathing into my eye holes. That's awful. And then, do you remember the night I told you I woke up about the dream that he was cheating on me?
Oh, and you were mad? So
I wake up and I was fighting mad. I woke up and I looked at him and I'm like, "Who's Susan?" And he's like, "What are you talking about?" I'm like, "Susan. Who's Susan? I'll fight you all night. You were all, oh, Susan, Susan, And he was like, "You're a friggin' nutbag. What's your problem?" I'm like, "Just tell me who Susan is, because I know you were cheating on me in my dreams last night." He's like, "I cannot be responsible for your crazy ass dreams. There's nobody named Susan." I realized that when his machine hisses at night, it goes like this. So I kept hearing in my head, "Susan." And so I dreamt he was cheating on me with some broad named Susan, and I was ready to fight her.
My name is not Susan.
Yeah, well, I thought her name was Susan, and I was like, "Who's Susan? Who's Susan? What hussy is she? Where's this hussy Susan?"
Where's this
I
hussy?
was ready to throw down.
There's a movement to go. There's actually a 2-part. I read about this in the Wall Street Journal, to get separate beds again, to get like each have your own bed.
I'd do it.
And there's a whole nother movement where once the kids have left, you just sleep in your own bedrooms.
Once the kids are gone?
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, we can stay in the same bedroom. I mean,
I'm just saying, there's people that are literally doing this, like going back to what was that, like the
I Love
50s,
Lucy's, yeah,
like where the beds were, it was just like his and hers.
Yeah, I would do that only because, and I think once the kids were older, I'd probably even go into a bed with him. When you are in the trenches of parenting, you're so tired at night, all you want to do is sleep. You're exhausted. And sometimes you get, it's bothersome to be in bed with somebody. I don't know if Trey does this either, but here, let me give you a demonstration, because we have one bed.
Trey's a very good bed mate.
Here you go. Okay.
We're cuddling?
Here, you be me, okay?
Well, wait.
You be me, and I'm going to show you what Dave does every night with the covers. Are you ready? Here, take them again. Let me show you again. And then I sit over here and I'm going like this. And he's going, what? And I'm like, "You're pulling the covers again. You're pulling the covers." And it's every single night.
No, Trey is a very good...
And then he looks
You know what it is? I'm probably the bad one. Maybe that's why I'm like, everything's great. Like, I'm the bad one. I must...
Could it be? I don't know. Not saying. Yeah. And here's the thing, Elizabeth, I'm with you. I don't like when he's gone. I can't sleep. I want him in the room with me. It just maybe 8-10 feet away. But I want him with me. Like, I don't like when he's gone. I don't like when he travels. I don't like when I travel.
Yeah.
But there is something to be said about getting a good night's rest. And maybe it's just because I haven't had one in years. But I just would, I would pay a lot of money for 8 solid hours of uninterrupted sleep. I would put it down. I'd say double down.
Yeah,
is that Vegas?
Do you think after all these years of not sleeping good that you even could if you wanted to?
You know
I'm
what?
super worried
Propofol.
No, that didn't work out well.
Well, not for Michael.
After 14 months of having the baby, like, I don't know that I could sleep good even if I wanted to. Like, I randomly now wake up at 2 and 3 in the morning and just have to go check things.
Yeah.
And I never was like that. Like, I was never a person that, like, I slept like the dead.
Yeah, I think that happens just as parents. We're programmed, but not Dave's not programmed that way.
Well, all I can tell you is, like, with the...
He slept through. I thought somebody was breaking in. I had to go defend the house.
I woke up 2 times last night. So remember I was all like, couldn't decide whether or not I wanted to give the baby a blanket. I'm a neurotic freak. Separate blankets.
Separate blankets.
I have a second blanket on the bed because I like to be warmer than he does. So my side has a second blanket. But I gave the baby a blanket for the first time, so we've just been putting him in those whole body jammies.
Mind you, he's 14 months.
Look,
It's going to be 15 months.
I was super worried about...
He wouldn't give this poor baby a blanket.
So last night wasn't as cold, so the house was warm, without the heat running. So I turned it off and just set it to be the AC at 76 because I was like, I don't want to sweat while I'm asleep. So I go to sleep and I wake up. And I'm like, oh, it's cold. I have to go turn that heat on. My baby's going to be cold. So I did that. Baby. I did that at 1 o'clock. I did it again at 3 o'clock to just check on him. I don't know what I thought I was going to find. Go in and see the
breath coming out.
Yeah. I don't know how cold I thought it was going to be.
It wasn't that cold. But it is fun. It is funny to watch. Does your baby
My baby did the zip up sacks for a long time. Now I've just been doing those full body with the feet.
Everybody does separate blankets.
We have 2 blankets.
Which we were doing, and Dave was like, no, I don't like this.
Well, he takes it all anyway. What does he care?
He wants to be able to stick his hand into my pants. I'm not kidding. If there's one thing he does every night before he goes to bed, he likes that I lay like this. Because
so you can put his hand in your pants?
And it's just... there on the rumpus.
Just hanging out.
He just wants to hold the one cheek of the rumpus, and it just kind of soothes him into sleep land. And then I kind of remove that, and then I roll it back over. But that's exactly... I mean, I don't keep secrets. I'll tell you. If you want your husband to fall asleep fast, just let him hold your rumpus. Did you spit coffee?
A little bit.
Yeah, whatever. Oh, He's a good... You live in Florida, Lauren.
I was super... It was been so cold this week. My dog wouldn't even go outside.
Well...
And then, because I was panicked about it at first, I would only give him one of those knit blankets where it's basically just holes anyway. It's like, here's some yarn to just have the illusion of a blanket.
But you know what? He is a northerner. That kid is just built for the cold. He's like a Michigander or something. And he is as pure as the freshly, what is it called? Driven snow?
Driven snow.
I mean, he is the whitest baby of white babies. And when he gets heated up, these red cheeks come out. And it's just and around these parts, you don't see that as often because we're more of a beigey people. And then my people are more of a brown people. And we don't get that red, we don't have that. But we get cold, that's for sure.
But you don't... So are you honestly telling me that you don't anymore just get up and just go check that they're all breathing?
I have my bedtime routine, and I go around before I lay down, but I don't get up in the middle of the night unless I have a dream or there's an inkling.
I find myself waking up at 2 a.m. and I'll sit there and go, and I'll tell here's how neurotic I am. There's a camera on the baby all night, and if I just lean over Trey and look, I can see on the iPad, see him laying there fine, okay? But I'll lay there and be like, he's fine. I just have to go back to sleep. Oh, no, he's fine. Let me just go check because I'm not going to be able to sleep again until I go check.
But that's
and I
just
do that
the
over and over.
Of parenting. So when the night it was really cold, even though he told me he turned on the heat, I got up in the middle of the night to read, to put blankets back on. Because they all kick the blankets off and my kids sleep with no clothes. Wow. So,
they're all in undies. They're all in undies, yeah. Well, it's usually warm here. It's usually so hot. It's take anything off.
So
I'm with them.
It was pajama day at school today because they're doing Polar Express for my youngest, not the older kids. But so he says to me, he goes, Mom, it's pajama day. I get to wear my pajamas. And I said, well, don't you think the others will be offended when you come to school in your undies? And he's like, Mom, I don't know, you think? And I was like, yes, I think you should wear clothes. He's like, okay, I'll wear pajamas, but I just won't tell anybody that I always sleep with only undies.
Jillian says she checks on a 14-year-old, so...
Well, I don't think there's I'm not saying there's an issue with it. I'm saying it changes a bit as they get older. You're trained to wake up because he trained you to wake up throughout the night. Now that he's not waking up, it doesn't matter.
I have a question I want to ask. BM's in the kitchen. Hey, BM, do you ever feel the urge to go check on the children in the middle of the night?
I do before I go to bed.
No,
he says before he goes to bed.
I do.
Dave.
Look at her.
Get up and go to the mall or something.
Dave. Every time I say I'm going to go check on the kids, his response every single time is, do you think they went to the mall? Every time. Every single time.
Wait, what about when you hear, this is a good question. When you hear, a scary noise at night, a scary noise, right? who's the one that runs out.
Like a monster?
No, like a bang or like
Me.
Yeah, I'm the runner outer. And it's like, what am I gonna do when I get there?
It'll be a slap fight.
What am I? It's like, get out of the house.
Yeah, that's what it would look like to a T. BT does.
Everyone, so I say that.
He literally has. We had a door in our home open, completely open. Alarm goes blaring. I'm screaming at him to get up. He didn't move. I finally said, I get out there. I almost killed my ex-sister-in-law. I almost put her in the hospital. Okay. Yeah, the baby trained him, Nicole.
Did train us.
They do that though. They train us. They force us to wake up because they're crying and they need something. And then when they don't,
so Trey is so trained. So Trey does nighttime most of the time, like the last 10 minutes before bed.
Right.
I do like the get him ready for that. So Trey wasn't home. He was working. I had to try and put the baby down. So I'm holding him, and we have this rocking chair in there. So I'm rocking him.
It's a nice glider.
He looks out, unconscious, right? And as soon as I lean to put him into the crib, he does that like death grip of like, nope. And you see his eyes go wide, and he's grabbing really hard. Well, we proceeded to do this for like an hour and a half, right? So Trey gets home, and he's like, the baby's still up. I'm like, watch what happens every time I try to put him down, right? So Trey does it, 10 minutes. Do you know what he tells me? You were holding him the wrong way.
Oh.
You were holding him like this. You needed to hold him like this. And I'm like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? We're trained. We are trained.
Yeah, but it's whatever. Here's the thing. Trey has been trained. Mm-hmm. You have also been trained in different things, and babies train us. They do. Babies train us.
I'm trained.
And then we have to break it, and then we have to figure out if we can train them. He doesn't do the cry anymore when you put him in the crib.
My baby's a good sleeper.
He sleeps great now.
He just has to be put to sleep.
But he also was
he was a terror to get into.
He had that. They had to sleep. They had to let him cry it out. They did the cry it out method.
We tried everything first. We tried that ghosting thing. We tried the where you stay in the room or come in and check.
It was a rough 3 weeks.
No, it was longer than that because we tried everything for 2 weeks before we tried the next thing. Cry it out was our last choice.
Maybe it was 3 weeks of cry it out.
3 weeks of cry it out.
Because I was going to say, I remember that portion of it, and I remember you coming in, and I was like, I think he's going towards the edge. I think the edge is coming really quick. And the only thing you can do is just say, it'll get better. Because eventually it will. It's going to be the seventh circle of hell in the meantime.
It was so rough. It was so rough. And I'm not, look, if you do it however worked for you, and I used to have opinions about the right way to do things.
Yeah, I loved when he used to come give me parenting advice and he didn't have kids with my 3 kids. It was like, yep.
I have no opinions. You do whatever works.
Well, and that's the whole thing is so, and for the most part, when anybody gives me advice like that, I always just say, yep. Because here's the thing, I'm not going to argue with you. Yeah. Your advice could be valid for your kid. It doesn't mean it's going to work with mine. I remember one time a lady who didn't have kids told me that I should teach my son how to do something like how she taught her poodle. And I said,
Nobody said to train a dog like a kid like a dog. She
sure did. She said, your son would stop begging. Watch what I do with my dog. We were at the park. And I said, she just trying to tell me how to get...
Was it Brian?
Yeah. He's like, you can get him to stop begging if you treated him like I treat my poodle. And I was like, I wonder if I could leave...
I guess he has a couple canine qualities. That's really rough.
I was like,
that's really rough.
And I was
it someone you knew? Or
no,
just a stranger?
It was just a lady at the park.
That's worse.
But I was
so a stranger was like, look at how I trained my dog.
Yeah, but then I was like, how many kids do you have? And she's like, I don't have kids. I only have dogs. And I was like, so you're a real scholar on the subject. Okay. Yeah. So, yep. All right. So here's the thing. We are on a mission. So we have to go now, and he really doesn't have to do anything except try to keep me on task, which is a pretty large mission. But I have a lot of things that I have to get done today. So you guys have a super duper fantastic Friday. Have a happy weekend. Don't forget, try Bulletproof, 10% off.
I loved mine.
Click the link, go check out the store, and I'm not kidding, the cold coffee, it's the bomb. You should try it out. I always have some in my fridge.
Cold brew or cold
coffee? Cold brew, yeah.
Cold brew.
And it's really, really good. So go check it out. Hello. You guys have a great rest of your day. Happy weekend, and I will be seeing you around these parts. Okay, he's already dancing. This day is going to be a disaster.
I'm turning Alexa on as soon as we go.
I don't know what's going to happen here. All right, guys, you have a great day. Bye.